Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the midfield pivot, the weekend takeaways, the segment where I take you through the games I watched this weekend and what I took away from them, and any other observations I made over the weekend for our beautiful game. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. Where to start? Well, there's not a place to start other than this weekend's Carabao Cup final, game between Chelsea and Liverpool. The most exciting 0-0 draw I've ever seen in my life. I mean, what a game, guys. End-to-end stuff. Teams playing at a very high level. Everything was like, it was such an exciting game, even though no goals were scored. Now, how does that happen? I guess it's the quality of the two teams on display here. Now, where to start with this? Tuchel loses the first final he's ever taken charge of for Chelsea. He lost. You know what I'm saying? He won the UEFA, he won the UEFA Super Cup. And the first one is lost now, is the League Cup. So unfortunate for Tuchel there. Klopp has been to Wembley now 3 times. The first 2 times he lost as well. Third time lucky for him to finally win a game at Wembley. I mean, so it's in that sense it's good. It's good for Klopp, not so good for Tuchel. Mendy, guys, Edward Mendy. To me right now he has been the best goalkeeper of obviously of the last season. And he is again putting his name in that hat there to be the best goalkeeper for this season as well. What an amazing double save he pulled off there in the 30th minute there to deny Keita and Mane. Funny enough, denied the 2 Africans, denied by another African. But yeah, he pulled off an amazing double save there. It was very De Gea-esque. It reminds me of the De Gea save against Arsenal that he pulled off. But not taking nothing away from Edward Mendy. It was, I think it's probably even a better save than that. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. My bias might be coming through. But yeah. An amazing save by Mendy in 30 minutes. He also had another one that he pulled off, I think, 90th minute in the end of the game. Van Dijk got a free header. And it was going in. And again, he reached out there and he saved that. So, at least 2 crucial match-winning saves from Kepa. Thiago Silva there. Another great game from the Rolls Royce. They call him the Rolls Royce there. Calm, assured there. Pulled off a great goal line clearance there to deny Mo Salah. Another great performance by him. Then you had someone like Mason Mount there. 2 very good chances. One he just missed. Other one hit the post. I mean, how unfortunate is that? You got Luis Diaz there, really fitting into this Liverpool team like a glove. It's almost like he's been playing there for more than, I think, a few weeks. That is, 4 weeks he's been playing there for. Because he fits into that team so well there, performing to such a high level. You've got someone like Kante in that midfield there, Kante and Kovacic, that partnership there, looking so slick. On the other hand, you had the boy Fabinho and Henderson, who struggled a bit with the deep, with Havertz and them coming in deep into midfield to try and outnumber them, but still managed to hold up their own. A great game. Almost, I would say, maybe on the balance of play, you would say maybe Chelsea shaded it a bit. But guys, like minuscule percentages. If literally shaded it a bit, maybe they should have took more of the chances and should have scored. Bielsa Legacy should have scored one of those chances, and maybe we were telling a different story. So I guess it's fitting that it ended up as being a draw. But of course, it being a cup final, it kind of ended a draw. Now we get to to extra time. In the extra time, in the extra time. And Tuchel does something which, at the time, I did think was a bit weird. He brought Kepa on for Mendy for the penalty shootout. Now, nothing against Kepa, guys, but I don't think I don't know, is Kepa a good penalty saver? I mean, I have no evidence of it. I have no evidence of Kepa being a better penalty keeper than Mendy. So I don't really get that decision. But anyway, Tuchel is the reason they took that decision. And I'm not going to say that's why they lost the penalty shootout. I'm not going to say that because, penalty shootout, guys, as you all know, is a lottery. It's a lottery. Luck must be on your side. It's not really fair. So I'm not going to blame Kepa for that. But I am going to say it's weird to take off Mendy, who's on such great form, for Kepa, just because of penalty shootout, especially if Kepa doesn't have a history of saving penalties. So, yeah, many people are saying that's why Chelsea lost that game, or lost that penalty shootout, And yes, it's also unfortunate that every outfield player scored their penalties. Do you understand? It was 10-10. Everyone scored. Um, and then Kepa, and then the keeper, sorry, then Kelleher, the Liverpool goalkeeper, scored his against Kepa, and then Kepa missed his. No, it wasn't on target or saved. He just ballooned it over the bar. Apparently, the ball is still flying now. I don't know. So I'm not really going to blame him for that. If I was to blame him for Chelsea not winning that game, I would say it's probably Mason Mount for not taking his chances. I mean, if he's taking his chances in that game, taking one of the chances would have been a different story. So yeah, it's not really Kepa's fault for me. It's more Mount's fault. And then after Mount's, probably Tuchel's fault for bringing Kepa on. I don't know why it does that. So yeah, what else can I say about this game? Oh yeah, Lukaku again came on in the second half, did nothing. I don't know what's going on with Lukaku. Maybe you Chelsea fans can tell me, but something's off, man. Something's really off. I don't know whether it's the climate. I don't know whether it's being in England again, but he's not performing to the level that he was for Inter Milan. So yeah, well done to Liverpool, I guess, winning the cup. Klopp has now won every cup except for the FA Cup. That's the one cup he's missing. So this could be historical for him. He's probably already going to get a statue in Anfield. But wanted to win the FA Cup this season, that'd be nailed on guaranteed. So yeah, good luck to Liverpool going forward. Maybe they can make that history for Klopp. So yeah, that's it, guys. Now the next game I want to talk about is the Everton City game. Most people who are watching this would have been following football for a while, so they would know about the Man United bias. Those of you who don't, let me just give you a brief run through of that. Manchester United were the most successful club in England, the biggest team in England for a time. They had Alex Ferguson, a larger-than-life figure, very influential, very loud, very outspoken, very loudly spoken. Someone that the press listened to. His influence was such that there were games where referees, linesmen, would make decisions which were dubious, especially if those decisions were in favor of Man United. In a very tight game, in the last few minutes of that game, you always knew that Man United would get a chance. Yes, down to them, I guess. I mean, maybe down to them being a hardworking team, never giving up. But also, invariably, there'll be a lot of decisions that go their way. Free kicks that they get that Beckham would score in the 89th minute. Offsides that wouldn't be called for Ruben Nistelrooy to get that winning goal or equalizer. Instances where Scholes would make a foul, they wouldn't be judged and go on and score from that. On the break, times when they were maybe leading and then the other team would have a chance to score and the team wouldn't score. Penalty decisions, penalty shouts where soft penalties that United would get that would cause them to win games, very tight games. And, for a long time, fans were always complaining. They would always say that, during Fergie time that, Man United have bought referees or maybe not bought, but they're influencing the decisions of the officials to give them decisions. That's something which I believe myself as well. Man United were very lucky for a long time in getting many decisions to go their way, especially considering the influence at the time. Now it seems that honor has flipped to the other Manchester team, Man City. Man City were playing Everton this weekend in a game that they won 1-0. Everton had Lampard had set up Everton in such a good way. Almost Conte-esque, except that they had more of attacking threats. He seems to have watched that Spurs game, taken the best parts of what Conte did, added more attacking on his side, and was really on top of City. Yes, City had more possession, more chances, but Everton were not just defending and sitting back; they were going forward themselves. In fact, if Everton had better players up front, like a proper striker. Maybe if Calvert-Lewin was on from the beginning of the game, things like that. Maybe if you played longer, they would have actually scored a goal or two. That's how, on top of City, maybe not, but on par with City they were. City's midfield wasn't having like a free run as they always do. Alan had a masterclass of a game. Well, he kept picking the ball off De Bruyne multiple times. It was uncanny. It was really, surprising the way that they were playing. Donny van de Beek, again, exposing Man United's poor coaching, I guess. Masterclass there in midfield.
Again, the issue is just up front. Up front, they couldn't finish the chance that they created. Then, City huffing and puffing couldn't get a goal until the 81st minute, when for some reason, I don't know what happened with Michael Keane. He seems to have forgotten how to use his right foot. Yes, it was a deflection, but still shouldn't be able to clear that. A ball got deflected in the box. He missed it entirely, and Foden was there to pick up the pieces and score. No hating on Foden's goal, well-deserved goal, But up until that point, City didn't look like they were going to score. Now, that's all good and well. City's 1-0 up, game play is on. Then near the end of the game, guys, to say a blatant handball, I don't know what more to say. The ball struck, in fact, no, I'm putting it right words. Rodri put his arm out and the ball hit him in the box. It went up to VAR and VAR said this was not a penalty. The shock which I was experiencing at the time, I don't really know what to make of this decision. Afterwards, the referee, not referee, but the referee's representative, I guess, said that the ball struck Rodri above the sleeve and that handballs are now only for if the ball strikes you below the sleeve. Now, fair enough, except for the man's hand was away from his body. What more do you need? His hand went towards the ball away from the body. It should have been a penalty, guys. And City got that decision. Now, that could be City's influence. Again, not saying City is cheating. They're not cheating. But because of their stature now, because of their influence, officials are more likely to give decisions in their favor. And that's what seems to be happening right now with regards to them. Notwithstanding, of course, the poor officiating which you're seeing right now in the EPL. Every week almost like there's some weird decision that the referees are making that no one really understands. Week in, week out, game in, game out. They make decisions you're like, but guys, you guys are that makes no sense to me. But anyway, that's what's happening. And look, City are the biggest team in England right now, and they're getting decisions like any big team would be getting decisions. I'm not really gonna say anything like that's bad or good, but it happens in football. However, with VAR now, those decisions are becoming a bit more hard to explain and understand as opposition fans. My only hope is that referees. I'm not saying referees must change how they're officiating, but they must just be consistent. All we're looking for is consistency. Hopefully, they can apply some consistency and we get the same decision throughout all the games going forward from now, and maybe that'll alleviate some of the frustration which we're feeling as fans. But yeah, what other City they keep chugging on. They still are 6 points clear of Liverpool. Even though Liverpool, I think, has 2 games in hand or a game in hand still, I'm not sure. I'll put up on the screen, you guys can make sure about that. But yeah, it is what it is. Big teams get decisions, guys. Big teams always get the decisions.
Right, so I think it was becoming what it become, I'm not sure, until it's over, until decided a regular segment. The race for the top four. There's no trophy for this, by the way, but I guess the Champions League entry on its own is a trophy. Anyway, Arsenal won, United drew, Spurs won, Wolves lost, West Ham won. That's what happened this week in that race for the top four. As it stands right now, United played 27, got 47 points. West Ham are 5th, played 27, got 45 points. Arsenal are 6th, played 24, 45 points. Tottenham are 7th with 25 points and 25 games played and 42 points. And Wolves are 8th with 26 games played and 40 points. So last week I had made the prediction that it's Arsenal's to lose the top four. Still sticking by that. Arsenal have 3 games in hand over Man United and are only 2 points behind them. No brainer, really. I would say Wolves is out. They're too far away. Especially the games they played, they're too far away. Spurs maybe out of the race for top 4, but definitely could get top 5, maybe 5th. West Ham and Man United, for me, they're done. They're gonna probably finish 7th in order they're in, probably 7th, 6th and 7th. So what I'm predicting the top 4 to be right now, my prediction right now, it's gonna be Arsenal, Spurs, United, West Ham United, and then Wolves. That's how I'm predicting it to finish. Arsenal's next 5 fixtures are Watford, Leicester, Liverpool, Villa, and Palace. Not gonna say easy games, considering the inconsistency that this team suffers from, but winnable games. Maybe the Liverpool games are only game there that they probably gonna lose. The other four pretty winnable. If they win all four of those games, they got 3, 6, 9, 12 points from that, and that should put them firmly in top four. Man United's next games are City, Spurs, Liverpool, Leicester, and Everton. The Man United that's currently on display right now can lose all those games. Honestly, they can lose all those games. I don't see them winning. Maybe they'll beat Leicester. Maybe they'll beat Leicester. But the other four, City, Spurs, Liverpool, and Everton, I don't see them winning those games. They'll probably lose all four of those games and will drop further down. Which means that, again, my money is on Arsenal to get top four, guys. I don't see United doing anything. Maybe you guys see it differently. Let me know if you do in the comments. But for me, United's draw against draw this weekend with Watford just sealed the deal for me. They're not gonna beat City, Spurs, Liverpool, guys. They're not gonna beat those three teams, especially since those are the three games coming up, and Arsenal are gonna win 2 of the next 3 games coming up. So, yeah, it's Arsenal to lose again. Hopefully, I'm not jinxing them. Gunners, I'm not trying to jinx you guys, I promise, but it is yours to lose.
Oh man, I guess time to cue the sad violin there. The sad violin. Marcelo Bielsa has been sacked by Leeds United after 4 years in charge of the Yorkshire team. Bielsa's legacy. What is Bielsa's legacy, guys? I mean, when he came to Leeds, they were 13th. Yeah, they were 13th. They finished 13th when he arrived there. Had no prospects of doing anything. They were just having a horrible time in the championship there. It was a team in decline. He came in there, didn't spend much money, developed people like Calvin Phillips and Dallas and Bamford, and pushed that team. In his first season, they finished 3rd, qualified for the playoffs. Unfortunately, didn't win the playoffs to get promotion to the Premiership. But I mean, first year in charge from 13th to 3rd. Second year in charge, they won a championship outright. Automatic qualification to the Premier League. First year in the Premier League, they finished 9th, guys. Finished 9th in his first year in the Premier League. So in 3 years, from 13th, they finished 3rd, 1st in the Championship, and 9th in the Premier League. I mean, what a run by this man! He's changed the fortunes of this club from being a former, essentially a white elephant, a team that was all about history, was living on the past, to actually being a team that is back in the Premiership and sort of established. Yes, this isn't doing badly. They're right now 16th, not far from relegation zone. Bit of a bad record there. They're the first team in history to concede 20 goals in a single month. But that's Bielsa's style, guys. That was Marcelo Bielsa's style. Was gung-ho, a lot of attack. A breath of fresh air really in a Premiership for a team. I mean, these have given us many amazing games, many amazing victories. So for them to sack him, it's sad. But however, I do understand why they sacked him. It was becoming a bit untenable. He is a very stubborn man. Stubborn man, very brave man. He wouldn't change the way they played. Even though, I mean, to be fair, they had suffered horrendous injuries this season. I mean, at some points, they had lost all their back four. Calvin Phillips has been out all season, more or less. So is Patrick Bamford. Rafinha was in and out of the treatment room. They've had really hard luck with injuries. But he still wouldn't change the team. He wouldn't play a more pragmatic type of game. Because that's just not who he is. His Marcelo Bielsa is all out attack. And even though we didn't work for results, it was amazing for us fans for entertainment value. I mean, yes, this week they lost 4-0 to Spurs, but what a great game to watch. All we can hope is that, he moves on to bigger and better things as a coach. He's been very influential on other coaches. I mean, Pep Guardiola has called him the best coach he's ever seen. Everyone's gushing about him. Antonio Conte was all in his interview, gushing over his influence, saying how much influenced him in his thinking. So it's great to see. It's sad to see a coach fall like this, but we understand why the team to do it. And it's nice to see that there are no hard feelings as well. It's very rare where a coach can get sacked and there's no hard feelings between the fans, the team, and the coach. It's all love, man. It's all love, and we just hope that Marcelo can land it on his feet. And can just carry on entertaining us the way he's been entertaining us in a different club, though. Good luck to him. It's been a pleasure.
Right. For my favorite part of the week, as you guys know, favorite part of the weekend, it's time for Team of the Weekend. Yeah, so look, here we go. In goals, guys, it wasn't really even a question. It shouldn't be. Edward Mendy, man of the match for that cup, Carabao Cup. I don't know if you got it actually, but he's my man of the match. Goalkeeper of the week. Yeah, that's it. I'm nothing else to say. Two brilliant saves, amazing performance. Edward Mendy. I'm sure everyone understands. In defense, they have only got three this week. Matt Doherty from Spurs had a goal and an assist there. His first goal for Spurs since he moved from Wolves. Thiago and an assist in that game. Thiago Silva, the Rolls Royce. I wouldn't say single-handedly, but was a big reason why Liverpool didn't get any goals in that final. And then Matty Cash, the Englishman from Poland, or the Polish Englishman, either way. His first goal was off Aston Villa. I love this gesture there when he scored, showing love to the Ukrainian people. So yeah, that's my back three. In midfield, I got five there. Kulusevich, guys. Kulusevski, sorry. Kulusevski, the Spurs signing. You know what? This man is a ray of sunshine in the Spurs team. Another goal, his second goal second goal in as many games, second time in as many second week in a row in a team of the week. He's very influential and is I think if he carries on like this, it's gonna even create more space for Son and Kane to operate in, and can only put this team in good stead. Next to him there in the middle of the park, I have Alan, a really five-star performance from him there against City. Like I said in the other analysis, kept taking the ball off De Bruyne. De Bruyne didn't do much because of Alan. Alan was all over them, and was even going forward there, putting through balls in for Leslie Charleston to not score. So yeah, great game by Alan there. Then I have the man Joe Linton. You know, the Newcastle resurgence, guys. It's a bit scary. If Newcastle carry on like this, they could actually, make some moves. It's nice to see that the man is really doing something. Even though Joe Linton is not a new signing, but the change of vibe in a club does a lot for players there. It helps them perform better, and it's really working on Joe Linton there, getting a goal there this weekend. Then I have Luis Diaz. Since this man debuted there, it's almost like he's been at Liverpool for forever, fitting like a glove into this formation. Very influential, doing really well there, Luis Diaz. Then in the number 10, we have Heung-min Son. Again, yes, Spurs are playing Leeds. Anything that plays Leeds is going to perform well, but still, to be able to perform to that, you still need to perform that level. And Son got his goal there, very influential in the game as well. Kept getting he kept making the pass before the assist. That's why he getting an assist in this game, even though he got a goal. But he kept making the pass before the assist. So it was all over the place. Great game by him. Up front there, Harry Kane, one goal, one assist. Again, second week in a row. I'm not saying honest me and Spurs. I mean, am I becoming a Spurs lover? Hope not. But yes, Kane, one goal, one assist. Next to him there, Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio started off like a house on fire, but he's stuck on 9 goals. Now he hasn't scored a goal this year. Last goal he scored was New Year's Day. But he got an assist in this game. Hit the post, doing everything he can to get a goal, and it's only a matter of time before he regains his goal scoring boots there. But still very influential there. He's really dragging West Ham along. Him and Bowen are literally dragging West Ham along in this season for that European spot. And if they carry on this, they should get it. I hope they do. And if I see West Ham again in Europe like they are right now, they got a game against Sevilla, I think, in the Europa League. So yeah, that's our team of the week, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know who should be in this team according to you.
I try and shy away. Okay, reason why I like football, guys. Reason why I like football? Football, even though people sometimes don't believe us when we say this, but football is not just a game. It's bigger than that. It's a way of life for some of us. So it's obviously inevitable that it will get tangled up in politics, it being a way of life. Dictators use football sometimes to wash their image. Countries use football to promote themselves. I mean, the sponsorship is great, is very lucrative in football because some people watch it, some people have a connection with it. We don't just like our teams, we love our teams. So to see what's happening right now in Ukraine, due to the whole Russia attacking them, and how football responding to that is very heartening. Obviously, our point of support, we always get those, so that's part of the course. But the actual, I mean, take for instance, Poland, Sweden, and Czech Republic announcing that they will not honor games against Russia's national team due to this, to the move by their president. That's unprecedented, guys. That's something, amazing. That teams are willing to forfeit games just to, take a stand. It's really amazing and nice thing to watch. Yes, now you can always argue that is it fair on the Russian teams that they are getting punished. I mean, for instance, Spartak Moscow are it seems like, still not confirmed yet, it seems like they're gonna be expelled from the Europa League there by UEFA for another reason other than they are Spartak Moscow. Is that fair on the players and the team? You could always argue that no, it's not fair because they are not the ones who actually started the war. Is it fair on the Russian national team that FIFA is contemplating banning them entirely from international football? That would mean that they always drop out of the World Cup qualifiers as well. Is it fair? Again, no. However, a stand has to be taken. I mean, it's not fair that Ukraine is being attacked by Putin, right? And any sort of pressure that can be exerted on Russia should be exerted on them. Yes, you guys, people who don't understand football will think, who cares about football? Now, football is not that important. But we understand. We understand. We see how significant these footballing sanctions will be. I mean, Roman Abramovich, for example, gave up not ownership, gave up control of Chelsea. In F1, which is a different sport entirely, but still Formula One, Haas has dropped Uralki as a sponsor. I'm proposing anyway. They're proposing dropping the Russian driver. Sport is very powerful, guys, and if sports people can start taking stands for things which are not right in the world, I'm hoping that I believe that we will see more changes in the way the world functions. Now, caveat is this though: it cannot be on a one-off basis. It cannot be on I'll decide which cause I want to support basis. The fact that everyone is able to come together and stand against Russia and the attack of Ukraine means that everyone should be able to come together and stand against any other nation who attacks any other nation, regardless of historical, of how big they are, how much we like them, how much they talk our sort of politics. This should be applied across the board. If sport does that and is equal and fair in meting out its sanctions, then I guarantee you we'll be in for a better world. But anyway, peace and love to the people in Ukraine. Hope it all ends soon. It looks like it will. Hoping it ends soon. War's not great, guys. Let's see war. We don't like. We should be evolving past having wars right now. So yeah, I hope this ends soon. And peace and love to people in Ukraine.
Once again, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. I do this. I mean, this is just me talking about the thing I love. It is nice to see that there's other people who love the thing I love as well. I mean, that's what living life's about, right? Finding people, like-minded people that you can share the things you love with. So I'm very happy and grateful for your support, guys. Please keep doing that. Please keep sharing to those who think would like what I do. Keep supporting me the way you do. And yeah, till next time, peace.